Mental health within public schools. More under the surface than one may think. Mental health is an important topic in public schools today. According to National Alliance on Mental Health, 1 in 6 U.S. youth aged 6 to 17 experience a mental health disorder each year. And half of all mental health conditions begin by age 14. Many mental health conditions first appear in youth and young adults, with 50% of all conditions beginning by age 14 and 75% by age 24. So, how does mental health impact students and staff in public schools? Public schools are seeing an increase in violence since the COVID-19 shutdown. Overall, 59% of teachers, 58% of administrators, and 48% of support staff and 38% of school psychologists and social workers reported being victimized in some way while at work. It is important that mental health needs are met in order for students and staff to be successful in the educational environment. A survey was sent out to secondary teaching staff, administration, and supporting staff within a secondary setting. This survey asked questions pertaining to mental health within public schools and analyzing potential impacts. When looking at readily available supports, 80% answered false. Toward the statement, most public schools have readily available supports for students struggling with mental health. When looking at a rise in mental health challenges, 100% agreed that we are seeing a rise of mental health challenges within public schools. When looking at basic needs, 100% answered yes to do you believe students' basic needs, meaning food, clothing, feeling safe, shelter, sleep, etc., must be met before they can engage in curriculum with fidelity. When looking at the impact, 5 people, 100%, said on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 meaning no impact and 5 meaning a severe impact, which impact can a student/staff's mental health have on their success in the educational environment? So 100% answered 5, meaning a severe impact. And when looking at violence within schools, when asked which statement explains the impact of heightened awareness of violence within schools on the mental health of students and staff, 100% said students and staff do not feel safe in schools due to recent trends of threats and violence in public schools. Mental health resources for staff and secondary students. You may click on the link to get a larger view, but here are some mental health resources for both staff and students. Mental health screeners, accessible and free mental health resources in schools and in the state of Michigan, hotlines and the importance of mental health days, resources of teens in Michigan, resources for staff wellness. A proposed solution. I believe the only way to support students and staff's mental health within schools is to provide more supports. Mental health counselors, mental health days, more social workers, and a safe environment. I also think it is important to bring awareness to mental health through social emotional learning and awareness.